Hello girls and boys, it's Miss Wilkie here, and today I'm going to be teaching you the surface area of a cone. So, we have a cone. We know that there are different sections of a cone. If I take this cone and I break it up, so I open it up, we know that we end up with something that looks like this. If it's a wider cone, it would have more of the lateral section, but we're using a kind of a thinner cone this time. So we have two different parts of this to find surface area. We have the bottom, which would be our circle. And then when we open this up, we have something that looks like this, which is called a sector. Okay? And it's actually a small piece of a larger circle. So when we are trying to find the surface area, we know that we're going to have to add these two parts up. So the first part is finding the area of a circle, and we've already done that. So we know that area is equal to pi r squared. So that part's easy to see why our circle part is the way it is. But this is a little bit trickier. So there is actually a way that we can take any size sector and calculate any size sector to see why it is the area it is, okay? So we have our cone, and if you notice, this section here, if I open it up, it is the same as the circumference of the circle, okay? So of this circle. So we have this circle, we open it up, we have the circumference here. Then we know that we have this side length here. And it doesn't matter which way you put the side length. This is known as this part here, which is the slant. Okay? So our slant is going to be the same whether it's here, or whether it's here, or whether it's here. But if you notice with this slant, I end up, the more I cut this sector up, the more it starts to look like little triangles within it. So that is a way that we can actually use this to calculate the formula for the area of a lateral part of a cone. So if you notice here, of all these little sections, I have our triangles. So what I'm basically doing is taking, say I have this base 1, and this base 2, and this base 3, and I add these up, I can find the area of half times, actually let's go over here because I know I'm going to run out of room. Area is half times my base times my height, okay? So I have many of these, so I'm just going to, if I added them all up, I would still end up with half the base times the height. So because each of these are triangles and we consolidate them, we can end up using this formula to help us calculate the area of this sector. So within this formula, using this formula, we know that area would equal half times my base, which would be 2 pi r. So let's put it over here. 2 pi r times my height, which depends on whatever one I put in it. So if we're using this triangle here, it would be my slant. So therefore, we have 2 pi r times s divided by 2. So if we were to reduce this, or simplify this, we would know that we cross out our 2's and we would end up with pi r s. So this is kind of showing you proof of a sector, why we end up with pi r s. So if we put these together to find the surface area, we would have surface area is equal to my area of a circle, which is pi r squared, plus I'm adding my lateral, which would be pi r s. So this is how we come up with the formula of a cone, okay? So I'm going to give you one now. We're going to try one out using this formula in different dimensions for you to practice on your own. Okay, so let's draw just do a little cone here let's put it upside down. So we have a cone, okay, and I'm going to give you the radius. I'm going to say that the radius in this case would be 4 centimeters. And I'm giving you the slant, and the slant would be 15 centimeters. Okay, so if you want to pause it here, give this a try first, and then I will be solving it for you. So the very first thing you have to do is write your formula. Surface area of a cone, well in this case we have, pi r squared plus pi r s. So this is for my lateral and this is for the circle at the top, okay? So I have both of these and all I'm going to do now is plug in my numbers. So I have 3.14 times 4 squared plus 3.14 times my radius times my slant, okay? Then I would just solve this out. So I start with my exponents, 4 times 4, which is 16, and I multiply that by 3.14, and I end up with 50.24. When I solve this out, I end up with 188.4. Then I just add them together, and I would get 238.64. Don't forget your units, centimeter, because it's area and it's a 3D shape. It is centimeters squared. Okay, so we will try some more of these in class, and there is your formula and how to find surface area of a cone. All right.